When we began Third World News Review several years ago, we believed that we were part of a movement which would bring integrity to American journalism with respect to the Third World.
For me, I think it's a way of saying, maybe first and foremost, I objected. I dissented from whatever the standard line was. It was a radio show to begin with, and it was the idea of several other people.
Peter Shapiro, myself, and Corey Dubin, and Gerard Pigeon, who was then chair of the Black Studies Department, and we sat down and began broadcasting news principally from Africa. And then later on expanded to the Third World and moved from radio to public access.
You know, I line up the on-camera talent, and she does everything else.
The piece that I bring to the production of the show is that I find and work and collaborate with the volunteers who help us crew and help us get the show on.
I have to credit our crews who take great pleasure in finding new things for us to do, and who have, you know, changed our set several different times. Through the years, we've probably had at least 20 people in front of the cameras, maybe more than that if I sat down and tried to count it.
Speakers on our show, many of them certified in the various crew positions.
Bringing people on camera out of their research interests, getting some sense of the dynamics which make the world move.
Mostly just by watching what's happening. You know, going online, reading newspapers.
I was looking at several South African newspapers, ranging from a large newspaper like the Mail and Guardian to black-owned and operated newspapers like the Star.
After a while, you also, because we each have a kind of specialized area that we report on, you know what you're talking about. An important thing from my perspective as a journalist is that you don't go to just one source, that you find a number of different ones. If you're using a blog, is the blog sourced? Things like that. It is quite extraordinary the number of times that we are stopped on the street. People know they're not getting what they see to be a straight story or the truth, or, you know, however they define that, from, you know, people when we're going in or out of a movie theater to, you know, somebody in the grocery store, to probably the one that caught me most off guard was once when I was at, I don't even remember why, a fencing company, and these guys went by on a skip loader and shouted my name and thanked us. And so it's, you know, some people imagine that we must appeal to the university, but the reality is that that's not so, that we really do hear from lots of different people from different walks of life.
Weekly, people saying, you know, that's very important what you're doing, keep it up, that sort of thing.
They appreciate the fact that we've stuck with it for so long.
3, 2, 1. Third World News Review.
It would be really terrific if there was no news for us to report.
See you soon.